Do you remember the times when we used to draw roads, mark street names, and trace landmarks just to find our way? We would look at a paper map, actively memorize directions, observe our environment, and rely on our internal sense of space. Now, that's a thing of the past. We open our navigation app, write down the destination, and follow the robotic voice without even thinking about where we're headed. I bet many people would struggle to find their way back if their phone batteries died. The hippocampus, the part of the brain associated with navigation and memory, may actually be used less when we rely so heavily on digital navigation. And it's not just about finding our way. It's a broader shift. What other parts of our brain are we outsourcing to technology? Let's take writing as another example. Writing isn't just about putting words on a page, it's a powerful cognitive tool. It helps us organize our thoughts, clarify our feelings, and make sense of abstract ideas. It improves memory, strengthens attention, and nurtures creativity. In the past, writing required focus, effort, and time. Journaling, essay writing, even composing a letter. These were acts of reflection. Today, however, AI can generate an entire article or story in seconds. We simply type a prompt, and the words appear. But are those words truly ours? Are we still writing if we didn't go through the process of thinking, drafting, and editing? There's a subtle danger here. We might feel like we've written something, while in reality, we've only reviewed something written for us. That's a big difference. Over time, we may lose confidence in our ability to write or even stop developing that skill altogether. And what about language learning? For centuries, learning a second language was a key part of education. It wasn't just practical, it was also intellectually enriching. Bilingualism is associated with better cognitive flexibility, improved problem solving, and delayed onset of cognitive decline in old age. It literally strengthens the brain. But today, many people, especially native English speakers, see language learning as unnecessary. Why learn when translation apps can do the job instantly? But using a translation app isn't the same as thinking in another language, switching perspectives, or absorbing cultural nuances. These apps provide convenience, but they don't offer the brain workout that actual learning does. So, again, a skill that trains and strengthens the mind is being replaced by a shortcut. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Have you ever heard of the Flynn effect? It refers to the observed rise in IQ scores across the 20th century. Between the 1930s and early 2000s, average intelligence scores increased steadily. This was thought to be due to improvements in nutrition, education, healthcare, and intellectual stimulation. But something interesting and concerning has happened more recently. In some countries, since around 2006, certain cognitive skills have started to decline. Researchers are still debating why. Could there be changes in education systems? Could it be diet or environmental factors? Or could it also be related to how we use or don't use our minds in this age of hyperconvenience? We live in a time when AI can write for us, draw for us, drive for us, and tell us what to think. We don't even have to remember phone numbers, dates, or facts. Everything is a few clicks away. But what happens when machines do all the mental work? What if we lose our mental skills with this cognitive laziness? Are we becoming mentally passive? Human intelligence evolved through challenges. Our ancestors survived by solving problems, adapting to environments, and passing on knowledge through storytelling, trial and error, and hands-on experience. Creativity wasn't optional, it was necessary. Now, as we delegate more and more of that effort to devices, are we accidentally starting a reverse evolution? We often talk about artificial intelligence getting stronger, but are we asking enough about how human intelligence might be getting weaker? This doesn't mean technology is bad. On the contrary, it's an incredible tool, but it's exactly that, a tool. And tools are meant to assist us, not replace our thinking. If we stop exercising our brains, if we stop writing, navigating, problem solving, remembering, and learning, we risk something much deeper than skill loss. We risk a diminished sense of agency. So maybe it's time to ask, are we truly becoming smarter with all this smart technology? Or are we just becoming more dependent?